welcome back to my channel. Today the recipe that I'm going to be sharing with you is white sandwich bread. At first when I first started to make bread, it kind of intimidated me a lot, so I kind of strayed away from it. But I have learned a few tricks that I use now that simplifies everything, and I'm going to share that with you today. So before we get on to the ingredients, please subscribe to the channel. If you like the video, give us a big old thumbs up and share our videos. Thanks guys, let's get started. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the water and we're going to add the yeast, and we are going to activate the yeast. And what I do is I get just a little bit of the sugar that we're going to put in there, and I feed the yeast so that it has something to grow on. We're going to let this set, let this here until it activates. When you see the bubbles coming to the surface, that means that your yeast is good and that you can go ahead and proceed. If you don't see the bubbles, you may want to check the expiration date on your yeast because it might be dead. Okay, we're going to give this about 5 minutes and we'll be back. Okay guys, the yeast has activated. I'm going to bring you in close so you can see the bubbles. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and start putting everything into the mixer. Sorry about the bouncing around here. Okay, take this off. Put in the flour. Put in the sugar. Put in the oil. And the salt. And the yeast. And scrape all that good stuff out of there. Okay, there's the oven, ready for the bread. Okay, we're going to turn the mixer on low speed, and we're going to keep it on for 3 minutes, okay? Don't be turning it off, just let it run. And I'm going to show you at that point how the dough starts to make a ball. So just let it go for 3 minutes and forget about it. Just walk away from it. Don't be adding flour because it may look sticky. Or just leave it, let it be for 3 minutes. I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes and we'll be back. Okay guys, it's been exactly 3 minutes. And I'm going to show you the texture of the dough and how it separates from the dough, from the bowl. Okay, I hope you can see it. I'm going to show you what it's supposed to look like and why it's going to need more kneading. Okay, you take the dough. This is what they call the window test. If you pull on this and try to make it as thin as possible and it doesn't rip, that means the dough's ready. But as you can see here, it's ripping and it's really elasticy. That means it still needs more kneading. And I have found from making this bread for a while now that if I put it back in the blender, in the mixer, I'm sorry, for exactly 5 to 6 minutes, I have the exact texture that I need to move forward. So we're going to put this back into the stand mixer, and I'll be back at that point to show you what it looks like. Okay guys, it's been in the mixer for 5 minutes, and I'm gonna take it out so you can see the difference. Take every bit of it out of there. You can see how soft and pillowy the dough is at this point. And see, you can pull it and just about see through it and it doesn't rip. See? So now what we're going to do is we're going to roll this into a ball, and we're going to spray a large bowl with some spray, or you can put some oil. I just use the spray. Make sure you go all the way up. Throw the ball of dough in there, flip it over, and get it oil all the way around. And that's just so that the top doesn't get a crust on it. And we're going to cover it with a lint-free cloth. and I'm gonna show you the next step that has really helped my baking game. So let me take you to that point. Okay guys, the first trick that I'm gonna show you is I get an old baking dish that I have like this, and I put it on the lower tray of the oven, and I fill it with some boiling water, and slowly I pour it in there. And essentially what this does is it makes a proof box for the bread. Okay, we already have the dough in here. I covered it with the lint-free cloth. I put it in the oven. Of course, the oven is turned off, obviously. And you close it and you set your timer for 1 hour, walk away from it, and when you come back, your dough will be nice and fermented. So we'll be back as soon as we get to that point. Okay guys, it's been about 50 minutes. I'm gonna take the dough out of the oven, and as you can see, it's doubled in size, probably a little more. And we're gonna, first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna spray our baking pan. Don't have to be too much because it slides out pretty easy. And then we're gonna take the dough out. You know how pretty that is? And it's real pillowy, real airy at this point. And what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna shape it into like a little log. And I try to measure it the same, let me see if I can show y'all here. The same length of the baking pan. Okay. Just roll it over real nice. Try to get it as even as possible so that it bakes evenly. And this is gonna go back in the oven with another, it's gonna go for another proofing. Okay? We're gonna add some more hot water to the pan that we have in the oven. Let me show you how I like to make mine so that it comes out nice and square. So when you slice it, you have nice slices. See? So I'm gonna switch out the water. I already had some more boiling on the top of the stove, and I'll show you when this goes in. We're gonna cover this also with the lint-free cloth. And let's switch out the tray. I just throw this water out, the one that got cold. I put some fresh hot water in. I'm gonna put it back in. And this time, it's not gonna take the full hour. You just want it to rise right above the pan, okay? Just about an inch or so above the pan. And then we turn on the oven at 350 degrees, and I'll get back with y'all when we get there. Hey guys, I'm gonna take the bread out of the oven. And it's already proofed. And as you can see, it came up right above the rim of the pan. And it's nice and soft. We don't want to push it or poke it or anything. I'm gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and we're gonna pop this in there for 40 minutes, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, I put it on top of a cooling rack, and I'm gonna turn it over and see how it just slides out, and see the bottom. So we're gonna let this sit here and cool, and I'll come back and cut it so y'all can see the inside. Okay guys, it's been cooling for a while. I want to cut it so y'all can see the inside and how soft it is. Just get a serrated knife. Look at that. And it's still a little hot, but I just wanted to show y'all. Look at that. How soft it is. It's delicious. So this concludes the video. This is the finished product, and I really hope you try it. If you have any questions that I can help you with, leave them in the comments down below, and I will get back with you. So let's give it a taste. This is so good. It's so soft, and I feel a little bit of the crunch of the crust. Very good. What I do is I slice it up, put it in a freezer bag, and I use it, you know, as I need it. Or you can just eat it all up. It doesn't matter. I hope that the tips helped you today, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye.